Hi, this is Erica Heath with the Case and team at Swift Creek Realty, and I'm here with Robert Fillyaw with AnnieMac, and we're here to talk about some of the misconceptions of the home buying process and just kind of educate everybody about how the home buying process works. Robert, can you tell us some of the common misconceptions that people have about buying a home?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. So in today's market, a lot of clients we get calls from, and they don't have a real good idea of whether or not they can get into a home, and they think that they need 20% down or more, and they think that they have to have perfect credit, and they think that they've had a job change in the last 2 years, that all of this is going to preclude them from being able to buy a house. And that's just not the case in the market in today's industry. Guidelines have loosened up significantly since the crash has happened. So now we're seeing clients able to get in with no money down. We have a USDA product where it's 100% financing. You don't have to make a down payment. We have credit scores down to 580. So you don't have to have that perfect credit to get into a home. If you've had a past bankruptcy or a past foreclosure, we're seeing those clients be able to come back into the market and now purchase. If you've had a recent job change, that doesn't mean you can't buy a home right now. So a lot of those are kind of myths and rumors out there that I think make people tentative to start the process, when in fact, more often than not, we find they are able to purchase a home.
One of the first questions that people have when buying a home is how much home they can actually afford. And there are so many, there's such a broad spectrum in our area of how much homes actually cost. Robert, how would you help people determine how much home they can buy?
That's a great question, Erica. So we do run into this a lot, and we're going to start with any buyer who's starting the process needs to really get pre-qualified. We're going to start with their budget, right? So it's important as a home buyer that you've come up with a figure that you're comfortable with on a monthly basis. And we're basically going to back into the loan amount from there to see how much home does that payment equate to. Sometimes what we find that happens is buyers will put the cart before the horse, and they maybe run out and start looking at homes, and they're looking at $200,000, $300,000 homes. Then they talk to us, and maybe they're qualified for a $150,000 house,
right,
which is still a nice house, but they automatically compare that now to the $300,000 houses they've been looking at previously, and it sets the wrong expectation. So what we advise is start with the lender. Let's get your pre-qual in place. Let's make sure the budget's good and that you're comfortable with the number. We know your loan and your financing secured, and then we'll get them with you guys, turn them loose, and y'all go happy house hunting.
Right, because one thing's for sure, it's one thing to go backwards, but then you can also find out that you can afford more home than
Absolutely.
you can, and that's always a pleasant surprise too.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. We see that often as well. A customer will come in and say, hey, I think I'm around 100 grand, and we crunch the numbers, work our magic, and well, we're at 150, and that's comfortable with their budget, so now your buying power is increased. So that's an excellent point.
Thank you guys for joining us, and thank you, Robert, for being here today, and we'll see you guys next time.